Hey guys, Smitty here with Just Peeling Barbecue. My brother Harley, he's helping me today. We're going to do this outstanding gold grade brisket from Snake River Farms. It's going to be outstanding using the Traeger XL. Stay tuned. Alright folks, thank you for tuning in today. This is going to be a great cook. It's going to be really hot, but we're going to push through it and get this brisket cooked. Today we're cooking on the Traeger XL using a reserve blend Traeger pellets topped with a little maple pellets. We're going to be cooking at 225 degrees, but the star of the show is going to be this Snake River Farms brisket, Wagyu Gold. It's beautiful. I got to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers, Luis, Trumpet Master. Man, I can't thank you enough. He sent me this brisket, and I told him if he did, we would do a video on it, no doubt. And so we're going to try our best today to do it justice. I got my brother Harley here with me, so he can help me out with it, and I can use his expertise as far as these go. Man, this thing is beautiful. We're going to season it up. I'm going to use a binder of olive oil. Then we're going to go in, thanks to Austin and Amy, the Raider Red Meats, Raider Reds Rub from Texas. And then we're going to top it off with, in my opinion, the best bark builder that you can get, and that's the grind from Whiskey Bent Barbecue. So we're going to go on top of that with this. Then we're going to put it on and get some smoke. So let's get it seasoned up. So first thing, we're going to put a little binder on it with a little olive oil, which it doesn't need much. This brisket's a little wet anyway, so but you just want a little something to help that rub stick. Now you can see on this flat, we've got the grain running this way. I've already docked it a little bit across the grain so that after it cooks, I know exactly the way that grain's running, so we can get some nice slices right across the grain, and that's going to increase the tenderness of this brisket. So first things first, we're going to go in with the little Texas Red Raider rub. You want a pretty liberal coating because this is a lot of meat. We started out with 17 pounds, really almost 18 pounds of brisket. After trimming, we trimmed about 5 pounds off. So we're looking at 13 pounds of cook weight for this brisket. So if you want to get every little nook and cranny that you can, get some great coverage all over the sides. Now after you go on with your first rub, pat it down into that meat a little bit, let it start tacking up. And now we're going to go on with what I think builds really great bark, and that's the grind from Whiskey Bent Barbecue. It's a coffee rub. Don't be intimidated by a coffee rub. They are outstanding. It's probably my favorite rub of all time as far as really pretty much any kind of meat, chicken, pork, but it's outstanding on these briskets and gives it a great color. Make sure you get all sides and get everything covered well. Now let's flip it over and get the other side. Look at that beauty. Get in there around that point and flat where they connect. We've got smoke rolling already, 225 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful day in between checking on this brisket. We're going to try to get in the pool a little bit, listen to some tunes, have a few cool pops, and enjoy the day. That's what backyard barbecue is supposed to be all about. Alright guys, we're at 225. Grill's heated up and ready to go. Look at that smoke rolling out of that XL. Let's get this bad boy on. Our rub is set up, got a little tacky. Set it right in there. Put it in the bed. brisket's been on for 5.5 hours. About every hour, hour and a half, I've been spritzing it. Usually I use a beef broth or a beef stock for my spritz. I didn't have any of that today, so I just made do with what I had. I had some Traeger Sweet and Heat barbecue sauce, and I put about that much in this spray bottle and then filled the rest up with water, mixed it real good, and that's what I've been spritzing with. So just a little tip there, use what you've got in your pantry to make a little spritz. All right, the internal temperature now is around 165. We've checked it in a couple of different spots. So now we're going to go ahead and wrap it. We're happy with the bark that we've got. So let's wrap this thing in tinfoil. Look at that bark so far. That thing's beautiful. We're going to wrap this thing in foil, and we're going to double wrap it. But when you're wrapping it, you want to make sure that everything is as tight as it can possibly be. So make sure you get right over the edges with it. Bring it in really tight. Now we're going to flip this part over and wrap it the other way. You want a nice tight package with it, and that's going to be perfect. Now let's get it back on. Just like we had it. Lid back down. Now we're going to let it go until it gets probe tender. We'll see you then. Alright folks, we just checked this brisket. We've used our Thermapen, checked it for temperature, but more importantly, we probed it for tenderness. We checked it for tenderness, and we think it's about where we need it to be. Now, we've only cooked this brisket for about 8 hours at 225 degrees. And you might think, well, that can't be right because some people cook them 13, 14, 15 hours. But number one, this is a gold grade Wagyu brisket. It's got a lot of fat content, and it seems like the higher grade brisket that you go, the quicker the cook temperature is going to be, or the cook time. So I think that's one thing that we've got going for it. Plus, this Traeger XL seems to cook a little faster for some reason. But it's been going between 225 and 235 pretty much the whole time. So now we're going to take it off, wrap it in a towel, put it in a cooler, let it rest for about an hour, and then we're going to slice it and see what we come out with. So let's wrap it up and put it in this cooler. Wrap it up in that towel, nice and tight. Alright guys, we've taken the tin foil away and poured the juices into a bowl so we can save some of those juices. But man, look at that jiggle. It feels really good. We're fixing to see how it turned out. I hope it turned out really good. Harley, you want to do the honors? You can go ahead and get your first slice in there. Now again, I docked it right here. Crossways from the grain of the meat. That way we know how to get our slices in. So let's go ahead and get a slice and see what we're working with.
Yeah, and that's perfect that you did that because it's so easy to get lost when you have all your seasonings and everything on there. It's so easy to get lost with where you need to start slicing.
We're going to do about a 1/4 inch pencil width, probably. A little bit.
Super tender. Blaze just sliding through. Almost no resistance. Just making it nice and easy.
working with. Got the tenderness.
Yep. Good bend there. Pretty good smoke ring.
Little smoke ring.
Yep.
Pull.
Because this was a pretty quick cook, depend, you know. Real, oh man, that's, yeah. One tug and then just a break. It's nice. Mm. That's money right there. That's good. That's perfect. Yeah, turned out great. And it cooked really quick, considering
Yeah.
a lot of briskets that we cook, you know. And
Because this is about 13 pounds cooking weight.
And cooked really faster than a 9 or 10 pound, say, choice or select. Primarily because, I mean, what you say, because of all the marbling inside the meat.
Right. And again, not a dominant smoke ring, but there still is a
Yep.
little smoke ring on there. But the flavor and
Yep.
tenderness is amazing. So there's the flat part. Let's go ahead and cut it right across here. Set that aside. Oh yeah.
Oh
Look at that.
man.
I'm not squeezing. I don't believe in squeezing briskets and squeezing all your juice out. That's just naturally running out right there. Beautiful. Let's get some slices this way. And look at that. Nice fatty part. You got the lean over here and you got the fatty part on this end. So you get pick your choice of what kind of piece of brisket you want. And look at the juice running over there. Beautiful. Again, let's pull that right apart.
It turned out great.
I love it.
That's real good. That's my favorite.
Great cook. Louise, thank you again. Fantastic piece of meat from Snake River Farms, Gold Grade Wagyu. Cooked on that Traeger XL. Helped on my brother Harley. Appreciate Brandon for filming everything. Thank you guys so much. Give this a try. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the description box of your experiences with your briskets. Let us know what you might have done differently. Till next time, we'll be better. See you guys. And then we're going to slice it up and see what we have. All this work has, and we think it's about ready where we need it to be.